Okay, people, it's raining. It's really raining. And I just looked at my gas tank, and I never let it go below a half a tank. And when I get off work, I'm so goddamn tired, I can't even think. And I didn't get gas. I may have enough to get to where I'm going. Oh my God. Or maybe by the time I get to King George, it will subside a little bit. My mistake. My bad. Okay. Uh-oh. I think a lot of people are out of power. Yeah. And our parade is tomorrow. It's a big to-do in our town. We're going to have a male beauty contest. That should be hilarious. So everybody's out to breakfast today. Can't go sit on the beach today, people. And, you know, maybe I can get gas where there is, like in King George, where there's a cover over top. So we have three different golf cart rental places in town. And of course, I hit a bump. Our streets are slowly getting repaired. It's only taken 5 years. 5 years. All right. Today I want to talk about one of the worst, horrific things I have ever had to deal with. Let me see if this gas station has got an overhang. Yes, it does. So I'm going to go. All right. Get back. Oh my God. Oh my God, what an experience. I have now covered, my doors covered in, thank God I always carry paper towels. Oh my God. This is the first time since I was 6 years old that I've actually used an umbrella. Oh my God. Today you have no choice but to do that. So, oh my God. Lady at the gas station says, oh, you can't use a credit card. You got to go in. You got to go in. It's cash only. Well, I had already stuck in my credit card. And she's screaming. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started. She went in and the lady at the counter said, can't you read? It says cash only. So you know what Debbie does? Debbie doesn't. I actually danced to a different, not a different band, but a different drummer. All of a sudden it started working for me, and I hollered at her, I go, it's working for me. So, yeah, I don't always believe people, and I'm glad I didn't, because I don't think I want to get out in the middle of this again. So it gave me almost 3/4. So I'm going to have to drive very, very slow. I have actually wrecked a 66 Mustang in this kind of rain. And it was a convertible. And I spun it 3 times, turned it over. Oh, this is not good. And actually crawled out. What saved my life, God was with me that day, was my head, or that part of the car that turned upside down, was in a gully. And that's what protected my head from being decapitated. I would have been decapitated for sure. Oh my God. This is not good. So back to my story about the most terrifying day of my life. Well, let me tell you what, I was in shock. Never been in shock, well, you're not going to understand. I've been in shock twice in my life. Okay. So I had an old LeBaron convertible, and I was living in Cocoa Beach, Florida, or Satellite Beach. And my husband at the time was in Dallas, Texas, going to college. And I had not seen him in 3 months. And like, we had always you know, been together our whole marriage. We've never been apart. So it was very traumatic for me to be away from him that long. So I remember my timing belt, or was it timing chain? One of those two things, I don't remember. But I had just had it replaced. I put my dog Elvis Presley in the car. I put my dog Elvis Presley in the car with me, and I put all my most valuable possessions, because I left our house to my two teenagers, which was not a good idea. They've always been very responsible and independent, that I thought, but when I got back, everything of value was stolen from my house. Okay, no one's ever fessed up to that one. So if this car behind me thinks I'm going to go the speed limit, it's very sorely mistaken. Okay, so I put everything of value that I could put in the back of my car and my dog, and I drove, this is no joke, 20 hours straight. I knew I needed water in my car. I knew I needed water, but this was at a time where the gas stations were not doing that kind of stuff anymore, you know? Couldn't get full service like you did in the 60s, 70s. This is real dangerous. Oh my God. There's big water puddles about a foot deep. This section of the road always floods. I'm going to hold on to the steering wheel with 2 hands. Okay. So, I better get off of here. Okay, everyone. The roads are bad. Not bad. Really, really, really bad. There's a part of my road going into my town that floods. Well, it's flooding to the point where I crawled through at about 10 miles per hour. So I can't even pull over. I can't turn around. There's no reason. Oh my God. Now the main roads don't gather the water as bad as the back roads. So I don't know. Whoever built that one road needs to have their head examined. The water just does not come off of it. So back to my story. So I'm in my car and I drove straight. I was so excited that I was running on adrenaline. I was so happy. And then I got to Louisiana. And I don't know if you've ever been to the, I guess it's called parishes, or Lafayette. The lay of the land is very different than what I'm used to. But I got on top of a hill with a bridge. It was a big bridge, and you couldn't see when you were driving up the bridge what was happening on the other side. So keep that in mind. So at the top of the bridge, my car just locks up, and I couldn't do anything. I was panicking. I go, oh my God, I'm going to be pushed off this bridge by a tractor trailer, because it was a main thoroughfare there. It's a main thoroughfare. So the only thing I knew was to grab my purse, my dog, and run like freaking hell. So I ran. I was, running to the nearest call box, and then this woman saw me running with my dog, and she pulled over. She was in a van, and she goes, I don't mind picking you up, because I know that you can't be a murderer when you got a wiener dachshund. She put me in the car, and then the police show up. So the police start interrogating me and her, and he goes, I'm going to write you a ticket. And now keep in mind, I am in shock, and this lady, she was gracious enough. She was a school teacher. She kept telling the cop, she's in shock. She's not going to be coherent of what you're saying to her. Well, I kind of like snapped out of it a little bit when he said he was going to write me a ticket. So we went to behind my car. Now keep in mind, traffic is coming up on us at 70 miles per hour. And here he is putting my life in danger and his. We're standing behind my car and he's looking at my tags and everything. And I am now even more frantic. So he goes, sir, you can't write me a ticket. And he goes, well, like, why not? I said, because if you had been in my shoes, you would have done the same damn thing, okay? He goes, I don't know about that. The minute he said that, a tractor trailer came up and hit my car and pushed it towards the edge. He tore the ticket up. He said, well, you could have, put it neutral and pushed it. I go, oh, yeah, with no one else driving it, no one else steering it. I'm by myself. Are you nuts? He tore the ticket up. He called a tow truck. Now, he parked his car behind mine and put on his lights, which is very helpful if you've ever been in that situation, because it alerts everybody to the fact that you've got, something's going on up there. So my husband came and got me, and I'm going to tell you how you know you got PTSD if you talk about it for a goddamn year. I talked about it for a goddamn year. It was terrifying. So ever since then, I carry flares, and my emergency kit got wet, so I went and bought more flares. So open up your emergency kit and look at it, because it could have gotten damp, because there was a time when my Cobra was leaking, but I got a new top, so it stopped that. So I went ahead and looked at my emergency kit, and they do sell individual flares at like a Walmart, so, or you can go to any automotive place. So that is my story, and I will be forever, what is the word? Affected by this, yeah. Another time, which was another time I went into shock, was when every mother dreads this call, and I got the call that my son had been in an accident. It was like 3 miles from my house in Stafford. My husband, his dad, and I get in the car, and we go down there, and I see my son being hauled out on a stretcher, covered in blood from head to toe, glass totally broken all over him, and I started laughing because I was in shock. I didn't know what I was doing. They had to put me in a vehicle and, tell me to stay there, because I had no sense of what I was doing. And another time in my life that happened, and I think my daughter took it the wrong way because I was laughing. I was in shock. And whenever you see somebody having inappropriate behavior for the circumstances involved, they could be in shock, people. So don't be so quick to judge, or So I will say goodbye. I'm glad that I'm able to now go 45 miles per hour. Bye.